Today, we're diving into a topic that could save you money, time, and stress, especially if you're over 70. Did you know that airlines offer secret benefits for seniors that most people don't even know about? That's right. From hidden discounts to exclusive perks, we're uncovering 13 secret benefits for people over 70 that airlines don't want you to know about. Whether you're planning your next vacation, visiting family, or just looking for ways to make air travel more comfortable, this video is packed with practical tips and insider knowledge. We'll reveal how to unlock these benefits, what to ask for, and how to make the most of your travel experience without breaking the bank. So if you're ready to learn how to fly smarter and save more, stick around. Hey, if you find this kind of content helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way you'll never miss out on our latest travel tips, tricks, and money-saving hacks. All right, let's get started and uncover these hidden gems that could transform the way you travel. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. 1. Exclusive senior fare discounts. Did you know that many airlines quietly offer discounted fares for older travelers? These deals, known as senior fares, are designed to reduce travel costs for individuals over a certain age, usually 65 or older. However, here's the twist. These discounts aren't publicized, and they won't pop up during a standard ticket search online. Understanding how to access them can lead to significant savings. For instance, airlines like United allow you to select senior passengers during the booking process, which automatically applies any available discount. Delta and American Airlines also have senior fare policies, but they're more elusive. Often, these rates apply to specific routes and are available only by calling the airline directly. Delta even states on their website that senior discounts exist, but you have to phone their reservations desk to unlock them. A retired couple once saved nearly $200 on their cross-country flight just by asking Delta for a senior rate, an option that wasn't available online. The takeaway: always ask. Even when the booking website doesn't show senior pricing as an option, calling the airline can help uncover these hidden deals. Proactively inquiring about senior fares every time you book can make a world of difference to your travel budget. 2. Benefits through AARP membership. If you're an AARP member, you're already ahead of the game when it comes to travel savings. What many people don't realize is that this membership unlocks additional airline deals that aren't openly promoted. From discounts on international flights to bundled vacation packages, being part of AARP can lead to significant financial advantages. Take British Airways, for example. Through its partnership with AARP, the airline offers substantial savings on tickets for members. You can get up to $65 off round-trip economy flights and as much as $200 off business class bookings between the US and Europe. This benefit provides a golden opportunity for anyone planning a big trip overseas. But don't stop at British Airways. AARP has partnered with several domestic and international airlines to offer exclusive travel discounts. For example, the AARP Travel Center regularly advertises special rates for vacation packages and flights, reserved only for its members. These savings may include lower ticket prices and extras like free checked bags or priority boarding. Real-life example: one senior saved $130 on a pair of round-trip tickets to London, all thanks to this AARP perk. It's simple. Be proactive. Check AARP's travel deals page before booking your next flight, and make sure to ask airlines about member discounts. Seniors traveling with AARP membership are often pleasantly surprised by how much they can save with a little research and initiative. 3. Simplified airport security for older adults. Airports are notorious for their long security lines and stringent screening processes, but there's a little-known policy designed to help older travelers experience a smoother checkpoint process. If you're 75 or older, the Transportation Security Administration (TSA) gives you access to expedited screening, no enrollment or extra payment required. Here's what this means for you. Unlike younger passengers, seniors aged 75+ aren't required to remove their shoes, belts, or lightweight jackets during the screening process. You may also be directed to special lines with shorter queues, or even given priority routing through the checkpoint itself. For instance, TSA may guide you to a metal detector instead of a full-body scanner, which can save time and reduce the likelihood of intrusive secondary inspections. However, some seniors miss out on this privilege simply because it goes unnoticed. If a TSA officer doesn't acknowledge your eligibility for expedited screening, don't hesitate to politely mention your age and ask about the process. One senior shared how this policy transformed his experience, comparing it to the perks of TSA PreCheck, but without the associated costs or application requirements. It's all about knowing and leveraging what's available. By being vocal about your needs at security, you can save time, avoid unnecessary hassles, and begin your travel experience on a positive note. 4. TSA's specialized assistance programs. Whatever your mobility level or health condition, navigating an airport can be overwhelming. The good news is that the TSA offers a little-known program specifically designed to provide extra assistance for older travelers or those with medical needs. The TSA Cares program makes your screening experience more manageable, giving you access to dedicated support services when you need them most. To access this benefit, you simply contact TSA Cares at least 72 hours before your flight. This step allows you to request one-on-one assistance from a passenger support specialist who meets you at the checkpoint and helps guide you through the process. These specialists are especially helpful for travelers with pacemakers, insulin pumps, or limited mobility, as they can arrange for private screenings and special accommodations. Another feature of the program is TSA's medical notification card. These discrete cards communicate specific medical conditions, implants, or devices to TSA officers, removing the need for additional explanation at the checkpoint. It's a simple but effective way to ensure privacy while expediting the process. Take the example of a senior traveler with Parkinson's disease. By utilizing TSA Cares, he arranged for a wheelchair and a support specialist at the airport. This assistance allowed him to bypass the typical screening lines and board his flight with ease. Whether you need physical help or just an extra layer of understanding at security, this program ensures your travel experience is less stressful and more accommodating. 5. Early boarding privileges for seniors. Being rushed during boarding can be stressful, especially for older travelers who may need more time to get seated and stow their luggage. Here's the good news. Pre-boarding isn't just for families and first-class passengers. Seniors also qualify if they simply ask for it. Airlines in the U.S. are required by federal regulations to provide pre-boarding options to passengers who need extra time, and this includes many older adults. Here's how it works. Before boarding begins, head to the gate agent and politely request pre-boarding assistance. This ensures that you'll be among the first to board, giving you ample time to walk down the jetway, find your seat, and settle in without the pressure of crowds behind you. You might even board ahead of first-class passengers. Many seniors don't utilize this benefit simply because they aren't aware of it or hesitate to ask. The process is straightforward, and gate personnel are trained to accommodate your request with a smile. For example, if you have a walker or simply prefer a more relaxed boarding experience, pre-boarding can make an enormous difference. The next time you fly, remember that asking for an early boarding pass is a simple step towards a smoother, more comfortable flight. 6. Complimentary wheelchair and cart assistance. Airports can feel like sprawling cities, and walking long distances between terminals often proves tiring for older travelers. Fortunately, airlines are required to provide wheelchair and cart services free of charge, making it easier for seniors to transition between security, gates, and baggage claim. Despite being a widely available service, many passengers over 70 don't take full advantage of this amenity. Here's the process. To secure wheelchair assistance, you can call the airline in advance to make arrangements or ask at the check-in counter upon arrival. Once requested, it becomes the airline's responsibility to ensure you reach your gate on time. Trained staff will push the wheelchair, assist with any carry-ons, and even help you through connecting flights or bathroom stops. But wait, there's more. Many large airports also provide electric terminal carts designed to transport passengers long distances much faster than walking. If you're traveling with a family member or companion, they are usually allowed to ride with you, adding even greater convenience. For instance, an elderly traveler with arthritis may typically get around fine at home, but would struggle to walk a mile across a large terminal. By requesting this service, he or she can be comfortably ferried between gates without added strain. Don't hesitate to schedule these services early or ask about electric carts available on site. It's an easy, no-cost solution to a common travel challenge. 7. Gate escort assistance for family or caregivers. Airports can feel intimidating, especially for seniors navigating them alone. But did you know airlines allow family members or caregivers to escort elderly travelers through security and to the gate, even without a ticket? This little-known policy simplifies air travel for seniors by allowing a trusted person to accompany them during the most hectic parts of their airport experience. This is made possible through what's called a Gate Escort Pass or Non-Passenger Escort Pass (NPE). To obtain one, you or your accompanying party should visit the airline's check-in counter and explain that an escort pass is needed. The airline agent will ask for identification and issue the pass after verifying your request. Gate passes allow only one person to accompany the traveler, but exceptions can occasionally be made for minors or unique situations. For instance, imagine an 85-year-old grandmother flying cross-country to visit grandchildren. Her daughter could secure an NPE pass, accompany grandma through check-in and TSA screening, wait with her at the gate, and ensure she boards her flight comfortably. Similarly, if grandma is arriving at the destination airport, a family member can meet her right at the gate. This policy is especially beneficial for senior travelers with mobility concerns, cognitive challenges, or anyone who appreciates extra support during the often chaotic boarding process. Always ask your airline in advance or at the check-in counter about this option. It can significantly ease travel anxiety for both the senior traveler and their loved ones. 8. Bonus carry-on allowance for medical equipment. Standard airline policies limit travelers to one carry-on bag and one personal item, but there exists a crucial exception for seniors and passengers with medical needs. Federal regulations enable travelers to bring necessary medical equipment without it counting against their carry-on allowance. This is a game changer for seniors who rely on devices like CPAP machines, portable oxygen concentrators, or bags filled with essential medications. Under Department of Transportation rules, assistive devices and medical supplies are exempt from typical baggage policy. This means you can bring these items on board in addition to your suitcase and personal bag with no extra fees or restrictions. It's a life-saving rule for travelers who otherwise may have left critical items behind or checked them unnecessarily. For example, a senior traveling with a CPAP machine for sleep apnea can bring the device on board without it being considered one of their carry-on items. Similarly, those flying with medical prescriptions or diabetes-related supplies can take a dedicated carry-on just for those essential. If you're planning to carry medical equipment, it's a good idea to alert the airline ahead of time. While you generally won't encounter issues, letting them know can streamline the boarding process and ensure flight crews are aware of any accommodations you might need during the trip. Always double-check your airline's specific rules, but rest assured, this carry-on exemption opens up countless possibilities for seniors traveling with health-related necessities. 9. Flexibility with liquid content for medical need. The Transportation Security Administration (TSA) has strict rules on liquids, limiting them to 3-4 ounces per item under the famous 3-1-1 rule. However, medically necessary liquids are a significant exception to this restriction, and it's a fact many seniors are unaware of. Whether it's prescriptions, supplements, or dietary liquids, these essential items are not subject to the usual limitations as long as they meet TSA guidelines. For example, insulin users or seniors requiring prescription liquid medication can carry larger bottles than typically allowed. This exemption also applies to nutritional liquids and specific medical dietary needs such as liquid meal replacements. The process is straightforward. You simply need to declare these items to TSA agents at the security check. Typically, officers will conduct additional screenings like swabbing the container or visually inspecting the liquid, but rest assured, they won't confiscate your essential supplies. Here's a practical tip to make this even easier. Pack all medical liquids separately in a clear bag and place them in an accessible part of your carry-on. Informing officers up front about these items will save time, help avoid misunderstandings, and ensure your trip is as hassle-free as possible. Being prepared and knowing your rights can make traveling with necessary medical supplies a simple and stress-free process. 10. Free transportation for mobility assistance devices. Airports can seem daunting when you're trying to handle assistive devices like wheelchairs, walkers, or scooters. Thankfully, airlines are required by law to transport these mobility aids free of charge. This applies to all assistive equipment, regardless of its size or value, and does not count toward your baggage allowance. Whether it's a lightweight cane or a heavy-duty motorized wheelchair, you can bring these essential items with you without worrying about baggage fees. You can even request to use your mobility device all the way to the plane's boarding door. From there, the airline will gate check it so it's waiting for you at the same spot when you disembark. Additionally, many larger planes have onboard closets or storage spaces to accommodate foldable wheelchairs within the cabin, saving it from being stowed in the cargo hold. An important point often overlooked is that airlines are fully responsible for any damage to your mobility aid during travel. If they mishandle or break it, they are legally obligated to repair or replace it at full value. For instance, if a high-value powered wheelchair sustains damage, the airline must cover all associated costs. While incidents are rare, it's reassuring to know your rights if something does go wrong. Also, if mobility challenges slow you down in the airport, don't hesitate to combine these services with complimentary airport wheelchair assistance. Together, these benefits ensure you stay mobile and stress-free throughout your travel experience. 11. Identification leniency for senior travelers. One of the most common worries for travelers, especially seniors, is misplaced or expired identification. Many people assume that if their ID isn't current or they forget it at home, they're out of luck at the airport. Fortunately, TSA policies offer flexibility for situations like these. particularly for older travelers. If your government-issued identification like a driver's license or state ID has recently expired, don't panic. TSA often honors IDs that are up to 12 or even 24 months past their expiration date. This is a huge relief for seniors who may not frequently update their documentation. Additionally, if you don't have an ID at all on the day of travel, you won't automatically be turned away. Here's how it works. TSA has a backup identity verification process. Officers will ask you to complete a form and then verify your identity through questions and databases. Once your identity is confirmed, you'll be allowed to proceed with added screening for security purposes. Many travelers don't realize this safety net exists, as it's not widely shared by airline staff or even TSA agents unless explicitly asked. The key takeaway here is not to panic if your ID situation isn't perfect when you show up to fly. Whether it's an expired license, forgotten wallet, or misplaced ID, there's nearly always a way forward. Knowledge of this policy can save you from unnecessary stress and help you transition smoothly through airport checkpoints. 12. Personalized seating comfort at no extra cost. Flying can be a physically demanding experience for seniors, especially for those who have specific health conditions or mobility limitations. Luckily, airlines are required to offer special seating accommodations tailored to your needs, and the best part, you won't have to pay a penny for these upgrades if they fall under accessibility requirements. For instance, if you have limited mobility due to an injury, arthritis, or another condition, you can request a seat with extra legroom, such as a bulkhead or aisle seat. These spaces allow you to stretch comfortably and avoid aggravating your condition during the flight. Imagine a senior with a stiff knee that cannot bend into cramped coach seats. Simply informing the airline about the medical necessity can lead to a complimentary upgrade to a more spacious seat. Additionally, if a companion or personal care assistant is traveling with you to help with essential tasks like taking medications or navigating the cabin, the airline must ensure that person is seated next to you. This could involve rearranging seating assignments to place both of you together in an accessible part of the plane. Thanks to the Air Carrier Access Act (ACAA), these accommodations are mandatory, not optional. Airlines are prohibited from charging extra for providing seats that meet accessibility needs. All you need to do is notify the airline about your requirements ahead of time or during check-in. Being aware of these seating rights can turn an uncomfortable flight into an enjoyable and worry-free experience. 13. Compassionate ticket waivers for emergencies. Life can be unpredictable, and last-minute emergencies can derail any travel plan. Fortunately, many airlines offer compassionate ticket waivers designed to assist passengers who cannot fly due to medical emergencies or family crises. Although these policies vary by airline, they provide much-needed flexibility when unexpected events occur. For example, if you fall ill before your scheduled flight, you may be eligible for a waiver of cancellation fees by providing the airline with a doctor's note stating you're unfit to travel. This policy isn't often promoted, but it can save you significant cost. One traveler with a sudden illness was able to cancel her trip just days before her flight. After submitting medical documentation, the airline refunded her cancellation fee as a travel credit, easing her financial burden. Similarly, airlines like Delta may issue emergency medical fares for urgent travel needs, allowing you to adjust your return ticket without penalties if you need to attend to a loved one's critical health situation. United Airlines even offers compassionate refunds, enabling you to cancel non-refundable tickets when providing proof of a family death or severe personal illness. To take advantage of these benefits, document your circumstances and communicate clearly with the airline's customer service team. Although these waivers aren't publicly advertised, they are there to support travelers during difficult times. Knowing about these policies can provide peace of mind when faced with unexpected challenges. By understanding and utilizing these additional benefits, travelers over 70 can make air travel far more comfortable and flexible. From securing personalized seating arrangements to navigating emergencies with ease, these hidden perks empower senior travelers to have smoother and less stressful journeys. Equipped with this knowledge, you can confidently embrace all the opportunities air travel has to offer while knowing your needs are respected and accommodated.